See, life can be hard, so hard, so hard. It's no bed of roses, but hold on to God. There is beauty in your scars. It's no bed of roses, but hold on to God. Your foundation steady and not shaking. You bend but not breaking. Your dark clouds will all soon be gone. Life is hard, so hard, so hard, but hold on to God.
Doing? I'm doing very good, thank you.
All right, I just want to say welcome to you and welcome to all our viewers. Welcome to Issues in Focus with Shabekie Vyphuis. And as I promised you that on Sundays we'll be doing some updates on individual stories and what they have been through and what they are currently struggling with. With me this afternoon, I have a beautiful young lady. Her name is Abigail Gittens. And all of us should have been will be graduating this year by God's grace, whether it be online graduation, virtual graduation, or whether it be the traditional graduation. But I invited her this afternoon because she has something important and significant to share with others. And I trust that at the end of it all, she will be able to touch the lives of others who are out there. Please note that this video, it can be shared with her permission. You can share it to anyone who you know may be suffering or just to encourage others on the way. So Abigail, just to get into it, if you notice, I have not given the audience any information about you. So I want you to tell us about you. Who really is Abigail Gittens?
Well, as Shabekie said, my name is Abigail Gittens. I am 22 years. I am originally from Trinidad and Tobago, and I go to the University of the Southern Caribbean. I studied English with an emphasis in communication. I will one day like to become a foreign correspondent journalist and probably even become the Minister of Communication one day. You never know. Things could happen.
That. That's right.
Yeah, and I just go through life every day trying to become the best Abigail that I could be.
Oh, I love that. And that is the thing, it's one of the mantras that I carried in life: be the best version of you through God. Because at the end of the day, I think each and every one of us can make our impact in different places. And if we recognize our potentials, we recognize our abilities, trust me, one day we will be able to excel in great number. I really love your aim and your aspirations, and don't allow nobody or nothing to stop you from achieving those goals that you would have set for yourself. All right, so we will get straight into it. Abigail, so I know you, that is you. I know for those of you who know Abigail personally, she's a bubbly person, always laughing, always a rug. I can remember the very first time I met her, she was selling donuts at school. And I know she really and truly loved working at events, when they're general events, whether it be for the church organization or other persons who would have rented USC's facility. You will always see Abigail there working in events, ensuring that she's serving people. And I know she has lived a life of service so far. And just to put
missionary trip.
Oh yes, just to put that out there, I was just about to say that you're an active Seventh-day Adventist, and you're always missionary trip. Abigail would have visited Guyana. What are some other countries you would have visited?
Guyana, Dominican Republic, we had one in Tobago, and Panama. 4 have been on.
Wow. And I sure by God's grace there are many more for you to visit.
Of course.
I love that. All right. So Abigail, what significantly, I know we would have just met Abigail, but what significantly happened in the course of your life that would have changed everything?
Well, recently in January, I've been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer, and that just changed the whole perspective on how I view life. It just showed that anything could happen at any moment. 1 minute, I was just in Spain the other day, and I would feel the pain in my chest, but I wouldn't take it on. And then to come back January, and hear that I've been diagnosed with this disease, it just changed everything in my life. And I have to go and rearrange my whole life because I have to take a year off of everything. And it just set me, because everybody have a plan for themselves.
Yeah.
Everybody have say I'm going to do this year, I will accomplish this year. But I have to just take this whole year out of my life and just focus on getting better.
Wow. And I mean, one of the things I'm very thankful about is the fact that you would have finished school in December. So
Yes.
yeah, God is great. So it would not have
Like
affected
God
your
plan
education.
everything.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy about that. But could you explain to the general public what this type of cancer is all about?
Okay, well, it's a cancer of the lymph nodes. So the lymphatic system runs just like your blood, your veins. So it is equal to your veins, but it's not a cancer in the blood. So it's the cancer that your white blood cells, right? Okay, just now. So my white blood cells, they were attacking a disease, and they attacked the disease, and they started to attack my healthy tissues as well.
Wow.
So I look at it as my white blood cells were so awesome. They were fighting the disease, but they didn't know when to stop. So they started to attack my good cells as well.
Wow. What a situation. And I don't know if you have the answer to this, but is it a rare condition? Is this I mean, I don't know if you would have done research on it.
No, it's not a rare condition. Actually, I've joined a lot of Facebook groups where different people from all over the world have the same disease that I have, and it's like support groups. So we share our stories and encourage each other.
Okay, I'm so happy about that. Oh wow. I mean, to those who are listening, imagine something that is good can still turn bad. I don't know. That's the best way I can put it. And
Yeah.
wow, but as you put it rightly, you have your white blood cells, they're awesome. And
Yes.
they're really powerful. So, but unfortunately they've taken a different twist this time. But I know by the help of God, you will get through this process altogether. And so with all of with this new diagnosis, what have you been using to help you through this in terms of
Well,
medications?
Well, a lot of people have been giving me natural remedies. I've also
Okay.
so I've been doing natural remedies, and I've started chemotherapy. So I've been drinking a lot of teas like moringa tea, soursop, bay leaf, orange peel. All those things supposed to be good for cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And every morning I drink a smoothie. Whatever my mother decides to put in that smoothie that morning, I drink. I do not ask. So, but I know a lot of times she puts broccoli, which is a very good cancer fighting property.
Yeah.
And 2 days out of the week, I drink molasses and baking soda, just like a shot glass. That's supposed to help break down. It tastes very bad. Lord help me. But I drink it 2 days in the week. My mommy wants to start to give me 3 times, but I can't. but it breaks down cancer as well.
Okay.
And I drink a lot of berry smoothies. Berry smoothies with the antioxidants. So we buy the frozen fruits in Price Mart and we blend it up and stuff.
Okay, excellent. And what about exercise?
Well, I can't really exercise right now because the mass in my chest, when my lungs expand, it pains me a lot because it compressing on a lot of organs in that area.
Wow.
So I do sit in the sun a lot, like the early morning sun, like 7 o'clock. Okay. I get up, I sit in the morning sun. And that helps me sweat and stuff and help to reduce some of the chemicals from my body.
And water?
I drink, if I could, I always drink water. I try to drink a glass of water probably every hour.
Wow.
So that helps flush my system because the chemotherapy, it does a lot. So I try to flush it out of my system as quickly as possible.
And as you're on the note of chemo, what are some of the effects you are facing from it, or how? And then You can answer me that question. And the other one is, in terms of the natural remedies, do you feel different when you use them?
Well, for the natural remedies part, I think it helps me because I feel really bad when I take the chemo, but if I wasn't taking those natural remedies, I probably would have felt worse than how I normally feel. So I think they help me. And the chemotherapy, some of the effects, when I now take it, I can smell the medication for a good few days. And I would always tell people it smells like a mixture of death and roses. Because it have a pretty smell, but I will fuck.
Oh.
Yeah. And I like because it messed with the lining of your stomach, a lot of food I can't keep down. And then my nerves does really affect me. I have, because when the chemotherapy breaking down the mass in my chest, a lot of uric acid is being released from the mass, so it goes to my joints. So right now I have a lot of joint pain, so I have to take my time when walking. And also my nails turning back. I don't know if you could see.
Yeah. Wow. So
And I lost my hair.
Yeah, I know you're neatly wrapped, and I really wanted persons to see the then and now. I hope that I'll try to get it in to see if we can see the then and now Abigail. I mean, for those of you who know her, Abigail had very long hair, and to know when I saw her Facebook post the other day, and to know that Abigail has no hair, absolutely none right now. I mean, I'm like, wow, this is how someone's life can move from point A to Z within a flash.
Yeah, I cry so much when my hair now starts to fall. But now it's just like, you know what? It don't really look that bad. And a lot of people have been so like beneficial and so uplifting in my life. People tell me I'm beautiful, and all those things just help you in life.
Definitely.
So, and my brother, he was like so supportive. I remember the first time I started to fall, I don't know who tell me take myself and unloose one of my twists. The plaits I normally have in myself, and the whole thing came out in my hand. I cry. And then after a week later, I was so frustrated that Jeremy, come take the scissors and snip off all. So he just snip it off because I couldn't take it anymore. And now it's just like, it become my new normal.
I understand. Yeah. Wow. Oh, I'm just sitting here, and I'm so touched, and I mean, knowing I just can't. I would have never imagined that your life would have turned from being so active, so busybody, so around, always involved. And I can remember, even was it last December, or I can remember when I went by you for the first time. We were playing Uno, and we were shouting and making noise, and to know that at this point in your life is like you can't do much in terms of holding things and things like that. To the general public who are listening, I want you to know that life, it is not yours, first of all, it is God's. And secondly, let us stop fighting and fussing over our materialistic things, because we can move from one point in life to another swiftly. Our lifestyle disease. Her father is a chef, excellent cook. And I am talking about healthy foods. So imagine from coming from a home with healthy eating and everything, but yet still to develop cancer. It means that anybody can get these things. So let us be very careful, take care of our health now. Let us not wait until we expose or we get diseases before we can actually exercise and do certain things, because everybody may not have the opportunity like Abigail to share with us today. But then there's some persons who have, well, I wouldn't even say it here. So, but just ensure that you do what is right now, because you don't know what may happen later in life. And so Abigail, how do you currently cope with all of this that is happening?
Well, you see, I think God is the one that pulling me through this. Because if it was me alone, the human flesh is weak.
True.
The human flesh is weak. So once you have like that faith with God, and you know that God will will heal you, because I have seen on some of the groups I am on a Facebook, people have died from this,
Mm.
you know. So, and I recently went to the doctor here Thursday, and the doctor telling me how I have 4 more rounds to do. They stopped my chemo because of the coronavirus in Trinidad. So I was kind of worried. So I was like, wouldn't it go back and whatever? And she said no, because of how I have the medication in my body. But because of how big this mass is, I have to do radiation after. And if the radiation don't clear the mass away, I have to go back and do 2 more sessions of chemotherapy. And that's not a nice thing, because
Yeah.
I be hooked up to this machine sometimes whole day, or if they decide to do it in the night, whole night. And it's a long process. And all those things really frustrating. But like when I turn back my eyes on God, I'd be playing a lot of praise and worship songs.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, one of my favorite songs is "If God Be For Me, Who Can Be Against Me." I don't know if you know that song.
Yes, I know it. I love it. Yeah.
I play that song so much. Like, that's one of my favorite songs, and I've been reading a lot of like the Bible and stuff every evening. My family have family worship, and all those things just bring reassurance in your life.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. And tell us a bit about how your, I mean, it's a new norm for your family. How have they been adopting to this change?
Well, as you said, my father is a chef,
Yeah.
so he's cooking more healthy stuff, like a lot of organic pasta. I would still eat like normal rice and peas and all those stuff, but a lot of fruits. Sometime for the day, they will do a bowl with apple, cucumber, tomato for me, and I will just sit down and I will eat that normal. So my mommy knows that she has to get up and do smoothie for me every morning. So that has become her new routine before she goes into her work, because she's working from home.
Yeah.
And then my sister, my brother, a lot of the chores I used to do. So now they know they have to jump in and do that. My sister would have to mop the house, and my brother would have to, well, he was always doing what he had to do, but they're so supportive. And they know that Abigail mightn't do anything. So if I go and ask him, Jeremy, you could peel this apple or you could peel this orange lemon, he will do it, and he won't have any complaints about it.
That is so important. And I mean, viewers, for those who are joining now, we are looking at Abigail's Gittens. She is suffering from lymphatic cancer, right? Did I call it correct? Oh, wow. Yeah. Lymphatic cancer. And we're just sharing her story currently to all of you who are listening right now. And I really want to touch on a point of support, having a supportive family. And that is why you see the home and your circle is very, very important when it comes to support.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you have that. So at least you know you don't have to worry about that aspect. And so Abigail, what tell me about your normal day, your day and night, what it looks like.
Okay, so sometimes I will have to determine in my head to get up 7 o'clock for the sun, to sit in the sun. So some days I will get up, some days I'll be too tired to get up. And I will sit down in the sun for probably an hour, then I will have worship, because private devotion is very important.
That's right.
Then I would drink my smoothie, eat a bowl of fruits, if it's pineapple or pawpaw or grapes a day. And then about 12 o'clock, I might go back and sleep because I'd be so drained. And I'll get up around 4 sometimes, or 3, eat lunch. And then we have family worship every evening at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
6 to 7 an hour. I will sit down and watch news with my father. I love Korean dramas. I might sit down and go and watch a Korean drama. And then probably bed around 9, 10. Yeah, that's my day there.
Wow.
Really, and every night I drink a cup of tea. Every night.
Yeah.
My mother ensures I drink a cup of tea.
Really and truly the new norm for you. Really the new norm.
Because I'll be up doing this, up doing that. Now I just have to sit chill. Today, I lie down. I have a bed on the porch now, so I lie down on my bed and I listen to my music and I sing as hard as I want.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my new normal.
And what advice would you give to individuals who are going through it could whether it be cancer or it be any terminal disease and they may be thinking about giving up? What advice would you give to them?
What I would tell them is it's there. Your disease is there, but it's not something you should dwell on. You shouldn't be dwelling on this disease because once you dwell on that, like your body will take this as a point of defeat and you'll feel defeated. And that could get you even more sick and you could end up, worst case scenario, dying because you don't have like the motivation to move on. So I would say to people, keep positive, believe in God, and push yourself because once you push yourself, you could overcome like whatever you're going through.
Yeah, I love that. And it reminds me one time my entire family had what was it? Chicken pox. And people said to me, because I just came from college and I went home for the weekend and I was so scared. I know people told me that there is no way that I would be in the home circle and I wouldn't get it. But I there's a quote I love very much: whatever the mind of a man can believe and achieve, believe and conceive, it can be achieved through God, right? And when I look at that, I told myself, and that's why I love your point on being positive. I told myself, here, what, I'm not going to get this thing. I am not going to get this thing. And I can remember the same night I went by a cousin and I was fussing over it, and somebody sent me a text: be not dismayed, be not afraid. And oh my, it was like God's reassurance that, hey, what, you don't have to worry. Everything is going to be well. And trust me, because of how positive I was over the matter, I never got it. And I love your advice on being positive and pushing with God and keep that connection alive. I really and truly admire that, Abigail. And in closing, I have one last question to ask you. How optimistic are you about the future?
I'm very optimistic because I know I am going to get healed. There's nothing about it. I am going to get healed and I will accomplish all my dreams that I have to accomplish. I will continue to live my life as normal after this. But I know I have to probably speed up the process or do things a little quicker because I got a whole year out of my life gone. But I plan to accomplish everything that I set out for myself.
I love that. I love that. And to our viewers, this is truly an inspiration of faith, truly an inspiration of focus on God, of oh my God, I'm tremendously blessed this afternoon by your testimony, Abigail. And I know that your life story will be able to touch the hearts of individuals. I know when I first heard about it, I saw a video, you would have made a video sometime back, and I was like, wow. And I think I really and truly understood it there. I know I didn't have my audience, and that is why I decided to interview you to get the persons who are on my Facebook page. And for those of you who you can share it to anyone, I'll be uploading it very soon on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. And so at the end of the day, I want to be able to have more testimonies like these. So those of you who are suffering out there, don't feel like this is the end of your life. Coronavirus is here. There's so much happening, but there are people who are suffering beyond what you were thinking about. And if Abigail can have cancer and can still be optimistic about the future, can still have that faith and assurance and to encourage us, what about you? Who are just fearful and who are just stressing over simple matters? So be encouraged this afternoon. So, Abigail, do you have anything to say as we wrap up? Anyone?
I would like people to come to know Jesus because he's the one that has pulled you through any of your situations.
Thank you so much. So, she couldn't say it better. I pray and I hope that each and every person, whether Christian or non-Christian, there is nothing like having a life with Christ. And so, Abigail, thank you once again for accepting this interview. And I I will continue to pray for you, and I pray for all those who are viewing. May you continue to pray for Abigail and all others who are suffering from this cancer. Nobody's situation doesn't have to be your situation. And with the confidence that she has, and if anybody out there, if you have that same confidence and the belief in God, God can help you through everything. And I would like to close with my very favorite verse, 1 Peter 5:7. Cast all your cares upon God, for he cares for you. So Abigail, thank you once again, and may you have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.